Hi everyone, it's Tatyana from Tatyana's Everyday Food and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a very special cake recipe for you guys. I'll be making this gorgeous green tea and raspberry cake. So green tea cake layers filled with fresh raspberries and frosted with a raspberry buttercream. This cake is killer good. Watch along and I'll show you how to make it. Let's get started on our cake batter. So I've measured out 1 cup of unsalted butter and I've softened it at room temperature. To that I'll be adding 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar. And I'm going to use my hand mixer to cream this all together. To my butter and sugar mixture, I'll be adding 4 large eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of milk. And cream this all together. And now for my dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and I've measured out about 2.5 tablespoons of matcha green tea powder, and this is the particular brand that I'm using today. I'm going to drop that in. It's going to add lots of green tea flavor to our cake. Take a spoon and toss this all together. And then I'm going to add my dry ingredients into my cake batter. And use a hand whisk to whisk the flour in just until it's incorporated. And now it's time to get our cake layers into the oven. So I have mine preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and I'm using 3 8-inch cake rounds that I've lined with parchment paper. And I like to use a kitchen scale to make sure that my 3 layers are nice and even. And then these cakes bake for about 35 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. While my cakes are cooling, I'm going to get started on my raspberry buttercream. So I've softened 2 cups or 4 sticks of unsalted butter. I'm going to add them into my mixer. And then whisk the butter on high speed for about 5 minutes until it's really light and fluffy. To my whisked butter, I'm going to start adding my confectioner's sugar. I'm going to add about 5 or 6 cups. Just drop in a little bit at a time and give it a good whisk after each addition. And now for my final ingredients, I'll be adding about half a teaspoon of raspberry extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a few drops of red food coloring so we get lots of that red color, and finally some fresh raspberries. So I'm going to drop in about 10 fresh raspberries. And you want to add all these ingredients at the very end so that your buttercream doesn't separate. Just drop that in. And I'm going to give this a whisk for about 30 seconds. And now I'm ready to get started on my cake. So once your cake layer is cool, take a long serrated knife and level them off. And for my filling, I'll be using some crushed raspberries. So I just crushed some fresh raspberries with a fork and I'm going to plop them right on top so they get soaked into the sponge layer. Next, I'm going to add my raspberry buttercream. Just pile it right on. Take a flat spatula and spread it evenly to the edges. And I'm going to repeat the same process for my next cake layer. And top things off with my last cake layer. And then it's time to frost the sides and the top of the cake with the remaining frosting. So just grab a flat spatula and seal everything off. I've placed my remaining frosting into a disposable pastry bag and I'm going to garnish the top. And last time I used this ball strainer, I had got lots and lots of questions about it. So this tea strainer is available in Williams-Sonoma. And it's the perfect thing to use in baking for sprinkling powders or glitters over food. All right, time to cut into this beauty and see what it's all about. So you'll want to use a nice sharp knife. And if you're not serving the cake right away, you'll want to just place it into the refrigerator and allow it to set. Look at that. Isn't that the most gorgeous cake? I absolutely love the color of the green tea cake, and look at that raspberries just soaked into the cake layers. That frosting is perfection. And that's it, guys, for my green tea and raspberry cake. All that we have left to do now is give this gorgeous cake a try. This cake is phenomenal. I absolutely love the flavor combination here. The green tea cake is loaded with so much flavor. It's really delicate and moist. My favorite part is there's fresh raspberries on the inside. They give this cake so much flavor. Combined with the sweet raspberry buttercream, you cannot ask for a better flavor combination. So good. If you're looking for a really easy and delicious green tea cake recipe, give this cake a try. I guarantee you're gonna love it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.